All right, welcome to the PairRec San Fran Tourism channel. Our goal is to showcase the top attractions within the San Francisco Bay Area and where to find them. Our ultimate goal is to help you find your point of entrance. Now, today's focus will be phase one of a series of phases on the scenic Highway 1 Drive that's north of San Francisco as you're heading toward the Mendocino coast. For instance, many tourists and even locals alike are familiar with the scenic drive going south from San Francisco down to Monterey. But many people are not aware of the beautiful scenic drive going north of San Francisco on Highway 1 as you're heading towards the Mendocino coast. And that's what we're going to be focusing in on. Now, we're going to start at Bodega Bay. Bodega Bay has got a lot of history in it, and we'll touch base a little base on that today, but primarily it will be the drive beginning in Bodega Bay on Highway 1. Bodega Bay is about a 90-minute drive north of San Francisco. Essentially, you just take, as you're going over the Golden Gate Bridge, you just continue on Highway 101 going northbound all the way out to the Stinson Beach exit, and then now you're on Highway 1, and you just continue on 1 going all the way out through Marin County all the way up to Bodega Bay. That's kind of the longer route. It might take a little bit longer than 90 minutes. There's a faster route if you just continue on Highway 101. You just plug in the GPS for, let's say, from San Francisco, where your hotel at is in San Francisco, as you're heading out towards, let's say, the Bodega Bay Lodge, for example. This is where I'm beginning the trip right here. There's a parking lot I'm going to show you in a minute that's right outside the Bodega Bay Lodge. You park here, and you can begin your journey. You can either go down to, there's a campground going southbound on, or actually westbound on Dorian Park Road. There's also a park out there. However, we're not going to feature that park. We're going to just continue on Highway 1. But nevertheless, if he was to use GPS to get to this particular starting point where I'm at, you can just plug in the Bodega Bay Lodge. And just before you enter the lodge, there's a dirt road, a turnout, where you can park here. And then there's no fee, by the way, as well, when you park in these turnouts. Then I'm going to show you that are also going to be on Highway 101. Highway 1, I'm sorry. And on those turnouts is where you can stop, take photographs, videos, and absorb the scenic views of the ocean. That's what's special about it. If you're going towards the evening hour, then you can see the sunset, depending on when the sunset sets. Right now, at this time of day of the year, it's setting at around 6:30 p.m. But nevertheless, with that being the case, let's get started. Now, today's weather in Bodega Bay is 79 degrees Fahrenheit with 33% humidity and 9-mile-an-hour winds. Today's date is Friday, October the 16th, 2020. Time is 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So here's the parking space I was referring to. It's a parking turnout. Holds maybe about 5-6 cars here. And it's just really in front of the Bodega Bay Lodge. So if you want to know the official address, just plug in the Bodega Bay Lodge. And instead of turning into the lodge, you look to your right, and that's where you'll find the turnout. And again, right off of Dorian Park Road. So you see just in front of the Bodega Bay Lodge, to your left is going to be the Dorian Beach Road, which takes you down to Dorian Beach. There's also a campsite there as well. So those of you who have RV and you need a parking space for your parking space for your vehicle, you can book in advance the campground, which is currently full according to the signage here. So I was indicating if you have an RV, a large vehicle, and you want to use the camping ground, you want to book your reservation, says here in advance. you can go to SonomaCountyParks.org and make a reservation. So there's no drop-ins or first come, first serve either. Reservation only. Now, while visiting Bodega Bay, you can also stay at the Bodega Bay Lodge, as I mentioned earlier. They offer sleek and cozy rooms with views of the ocean. They got a fireplace, a spa, and an upscale restaurant. They're located at 103 Highway 1. Bodega Bay Lodge. How you doing?
Good. Are you making a video?
Another shot of the Bodega Bay Lodge. So now we're going to continue or begin our journey on Highway 1, going northbound. But before we get to Highway 1, we're going to start at Dorian Park Road. Dorian Park Road. So you can see what's nice about Dorian Park Road. As it connects to Highway 1, it's very shaded, so on a warm day like today, it's kind of nice if you're going cycling or jogging or hiking. We'll see what Highway 1 looks like in a few minutes. So now we've come to the end of Dorian Road as it connects with Highway 1. So now we're going to continue our journey on Highway 1 going northbound. Now Bodega Bay, I forgot to mention, is in Sonoma County. Here's a call box that can be used for any emergencies that you might have on the highway. It's located pretty much right just a few feet from where the Bodega Bay Lodge is, and then I'll show you what the phone looks like inside the little box. So here's what the phone looks like inside the box. As I mentioned earlier, if you have an emergency need and you don't have a cell phone, let's say, within your car, you can pull over here and then over the side and make a phone call to maybe 911 or any other emergency agency. Here's the entrance to the Birdwalk Coastal Access as you're heading out towards the bay. As I mentioned earlier, as you approach Bodega Bay Lodge, to your left, there's a road taking you down to the beach access as well. That was the Dorian Beach Road, I believe. So here's the road that's going to take you down to beach access, one of many that we're going to find along Highway 1 here. So here's one of several turnouts that along Highway 1 that you can use to stop and take photos and videos of the beach. In fact, this will be the first view of the beach you'll see since beginning the trip, which is really spectacular. But also, if you plan on using or going down to the beach, there's usually a fee for parking in the parking lot. But you can avoid that fee by parking at one of these turnouts, provided you don't see a sign saying no parking available here. So that's one of the things that you need to know if you want to save a few extra bucks. So here's our first look at the beach, Dorian Beach, which looks pretty spectacular. This is what you're going to see when you pull over to the side of the turnout. Also here, I noticed there's a kind of like a trail access with a viewpoint. So let's check that out and see if we get even a better view. So here's the trail access leading up to the top of the hill. So from the top of the hill, here's a panoramic view of Dorian Beach along with the trail access as well, which is pretty kind of nice. It's very nice. Wonderful views. Now I'm going to give you some individual shots of the trailhead as well as the beach. Another nice view of the beach. So as you make a left turn on Smith Brother Road, you'll find a place where you can have espresso, coffee, and ice cream shop. So if you're looking for more lodging options, check out Bodega Coast Inn and Suites. They offer in-room spa, and they're located at 521 Highway 1. So also don't forget there's motorcycling options on Highway 1. Well, if you like wine, check out Sonoma Coast Vineyards. They offer wine tastings by appointment, and they have an outdoor seating area as well with great views of the Dorian Beach. They're located at 555 Highway 1. More views of the patio, outdoor patio for Sonoma Coast Vineyards. Well, here's some more options for not only driving, but also motorcycling. How you doing? So there's also, as I said earlier, in addition to motorcycling, there's also cycling options as well. So as you can see, there's several options for lodging as well. Now here's vacation home rentals called the Sonoma Coast, the Bay and Beyond, Bodega Bay and Beyond. And so this further enhances your ability to enjoy Highway 1. Now they're located at 575 Highway 1. Well, if you're hungry, check out Lucas Wharf Restaurant and Bar. They do curbside pickup and online ordering, and they're located at 595 Highway 1. Also, I noticed there's a fish market in the same area where you see here below. They serve fish tacos, oysters, and craft beer. Cycling options for Highway 1. What are we doing? So the fish market also brings in fresh wild king salmon. I see there's a line out front as well. Let me show you. They also have an outdoor patio. So you can see there's the market and also there's the outdoor patio. More fabulous views of Dorian Beach. As you can see, there's some homes also that are in the hillside mountains area adjacent to the beach in the background. Well, there's a Union 76 Union gas station at 800 Highway 1, right across the street from the Inn at the Tides Lodging Hotel. But also they sell fishing licenses. So if you plan on fishing out here on Highway 1 along the bay, then here's an opportunity for you to get a fishing license. Your vehicle gas needs. Well, here's yet another lodging option along Highway 1. The Inn at the Tides offers upscale hotel with bay views as well of the bay, as well as indoor and outdoor heated pool and a dining option. Inn at the Tides is located at 800 Highway 1. Another great view at the Inn at the Tides. Now the Tides Wharf and restaurant features breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they also have a gift shop as well. And they're located at 835 Highway 1, right across the street from the Inn at the Tides and the gas station. Well, the MTA has a bus stop here along Highway 1, but keep in mind though, Highway 1 is like the country and the buses don't run that frequently like they do in the city. So nevertheless, you go to their website, MTA, Google it, and you can find out more information about their bus service. Well, there's also a visitor center here on Highway 1. They're located at 913 Highway 1, and looks like they also have Wi-Fi as well. So if you want to get visitor information about more of the attractions on Highway 1, then this would be the opportunity to do so. Just keep in mind though that I've noticed so far on this trip that the Wi-Fi or cellular service is kind of spotty, shaky. Whenever you're near a lodging facility, the cellular is very good, but as soon as you move away from the cellular, then it's not so good. And again, that varies from pretty much from merchant to merchant or business to business. Well, the visitor center also has a parking lot with wonderful views of the Dorian Beach, and here's a look at the visitor center. Well, Patrick's of Bodega Bay offers 80 different varieties of salt water taffy, including sugar-free and gluten-free. Now, they're located at 915 Highway 1. Well, for all of your tourist-related gift needs, check out Harborview Gifts and Jewelry. They offer jewelry, clothing, shells, windsocks, kites, candy, and more. They're located at 935 Highway 1. Harborview Gifts also has parking and offers spectacular views of the bay. Here's yet another turn off off Highway 1, where again you can pull over, stop, take photographs, videos, absorb spectacular views of the bay. So, and this is what you'll see when you pull over to the side on the turnout. Another wonderful view of the bay. You see a harbor in the background, but also there's a kayaker. So you can kayak in the bay. I'll try to see if I can find a kayak rentals. And those of you who are into kayaking, you can take advantage of that as well. Let me see if I can get away from the kayaker. I don't think you can see me from here. More cycling options along, motorcycle options along Highway 1. So there's lots of ways you can experience Highway 1. Well, Dirkman's Bay Store is a market and deli that serves fresh produce, cold beer, liquor, wine, sandwiches as well. Sandwiches, burgers, pizza. They have the bait and tackle as well. Now they're located at 1275 Highway 1. Now Bodega Harbor Inn offers simple rooms, private houses, with free Wi-Fi and views overlooking the harbor. Now they're located at 1345 Highway 1. Now the Birds Cafe offers fish tacos, oysters, beer, and chowder, and they have an outdoor patio. They're located at 1407 Highway 1. Here's a look of their patio, which also includes spectacular views of the harbor and bay. Now the Pelican Plaza offers grocery deli, a restaurant, surf shop, those of you who like surfing, as well as business services and a veterinarian center. They're located at 1400 Highway 1. Now Candy and Kites is a candy store. It also offers kites, gift items, and fun. They're located at 1415 Highway 1. Now the Boathouse features deep sea fishing utensils as well as fast food, featuring clam chowder. Now they're located at 1445 Highway 1. And now we're approaching the street for the turnout to the Bodega Head West Side Park and the marinas. That's what you were looking at a distance as we were coming up Highway 1 across the bay. If you didn't notice in the video, there are some harbors in the background. Well, those harbors are part of Bodega Head, which is of course part of Bodega Bay. So now we're going to turn away from Highway 1 and I want to show you the Bodega Head, which is really amazing. East Shore Outfitters is the outdoor coastal comfort. They're located at 1385 East Shore Road, just right on the corner of Highway 1 and East Shore Road. Now, East Shore Road is the road we're going to turn left off of Highway 1 as we head towards the Bodega Head. So as I mentioned earlier, we're turning left on East Shore Road, heading towards the Bodega Head. Now the Terrapin Creek Cafe serves octopus, and roasted cauliflower, among many entrees. And they're located at 1580 East Shore Boulevard. East Shore Road, I should say. Now we're going to turn right on Bay Flat Road as we continue our journey within Bodega Head. Just before we turn right on Bay Flank Road, I want to show you, I want to continue on East Shore Road briefly because they have it's called a Porto Bodega Marina and RV Park. So those of you that have an RV, or let's say an RV or a trailer van, you might want to know about this RV park area. And also there's an Italian restaurant. It serves barbecue and bakery and pasta. I'm going to show you that as well before we go back and continue on Bay Flank Road. So this is continuing on East Shore Road as I show you the marina as well. One moment. So to your right is the RV park. How you doing? The RV park, and also if you keep turning left, you'll find the marina. I imagine that's where you could probably find some boat rentals. So if you turn to your left, across this mini bridge, you're going to find the Gnocchi's restaurant. Oh, there's a customer there, I think. And I want to briefly show you what they offer as well. So you've got Gnocchi's Italian restaurant, kitchen actually. It's a barbecue and bakery and pasta restaurant at 1410 East Shore Road. And then also there's a wine bar. It's called Gourmet U Bay. And let's check them out. They're just right adjacent to the Gnocchi's restaurant kitchen. Let me show you them briefly. Yeah, they're at 1412 East Shore Road. And they do wine tasting, draft beer, serve lunch and dinner, and have a wood oven as well. So now we're going to continue our journey on Bay Flat Road, going eastbound towards Bodega Head. So you can see you have some cycling options as well. How you doing? More cyclists. It looks like fun. Now here's another look at the RV park. Just as you're coming down Bay Flat Road, that is. So again, those of you who have RVs, you know where to park. So as you're coming down Bay Flat Road, you're going to see spectacular views of the bay. As you clear the trees, just adjacent to the RV park area, just amazing. And you see the marina in the background. But here's a great panoramic view of the bay. I don't know if you can call this a mini beach area, but there's like a trail leading right from Bay Flat Road right onto the beach, which is adjacent to the bay. More views of Bay Flat Road. So here's probably the first turnout I've seen for regular parking. When actually it's near a trailhead, Bodega Bay Equestrian Trailhead, and the signage says here for horse trailers only for parking, I guess. Although it's for horse trailing only. Yeah. Yes, the signage says for horse trailers only. So if you have a horse trailer, then of course this is where you would be able to park. I do see regular parking for regular vehicles on the side of Bay Flat Road. I'll show you in a minute. So here's more of your parking options along Bay Flat Road. Oh, I see a cyclist is coming by. Who do we got? Oh, we're back. Hey. It looks like fun. So more cyclists on Bay Flat Road. I saw them earlier as we were coming down Bay Flat Road. Okay, now we're going to turn around and head back towards Bodega Bay Lodge, but before we do, I want to emphasize this trailhead, Bodega Bay Equestrian Trailhead for horseback riding. Just before I took a little mini break, I noticed that there's a company called the Five Brooks Horse Stable Ranch. They were dropping off a client, I guess, that had gone horseback riding out to the ocean. I spoke with the client afterwards, and they indicated that they had did some horseback riding out to the Bay Ocean, which is, of course, where I'm headed eventually for the next trip going back. We're going to continue the journey going all the way out Bay Flat Road, but this is the meeting ground as well for if those of you that want to go horseback riding. I guess you would book it with any one of the horse stable ranch companies I mentioned earlier. Five Stable Ranch. I'll put a link in the description for them if you're interested in horseback riding. So I guess you meet here at this parking lot. This parking lot, as I said earlier, is for the stables, for the horses to park their trailers here, and then you would park on adjacent road, on Bay Flat Road. And from this point on is when you would do your horseback riding. But anyway, you can learn more about that when you contact the Stable Ranch Company. Again, I'll put a link in the description for one of the companies that provides horseback riding. But that's an option for you because I observed also that they can also meet you anywhere you would like, I guess, assuming that where horseback riding is allowed, and they have the horses in the stable. It's on the trailer. So they can bring the horses to pretty much anywhere where horseback riding is allowed. So nevertheless, that's another option among many that you will find here in Bodega Head. Meanwhile, let's head back towards the Bodega Bay Lodge. Now, right across the bay is the marina where I assume you'll be able to go boating, fishing, and also maybe rent out kite rentals for kayaking and many other activities. As I said, for our next trip, phase 2, we're going to continue the journey from where we're at right now, going westbound on Bay Flat Road. So we'll see more of what's available on Bay Flat Road here in Bodega Head. Well, this concludes our phase 1 journey in Bodega Bay. I hope you enjoyed the scenic views of Dorian Bay, the dining options, your lodging options, your shopping options, and also your parking options, which, as I mentioned earlier, are many along the side of the road and the turnouts. I hope you enjoyed your option of activities that you can explore. Horseback riding, as I mentioned earlier, and eventually I'm going to show you the marina for phase 2, but nevertheless, I also hope you also enjoy the option for trail hiking as well. I hope you enjoy the options for driving on Highway 1 as well as cycling and also motorcycle riding. And then I also hope you enjoy turning off of Highway 1 as we explored Bodega Head, which we will continue in part 2. Or I should say phase 2, we're going to continue that journey along Flat Bay Road as we explore more of Bodega Head. And also, don't forget to, if you liked everything you saw and heard, to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget also to log into my website where you can read my blog and learn more about the details involved in all of my journeys. You can find the website at PairRec.com. That's PairRec.com. And also subscribe to my newsletter on my website. We can learn more about get more discounts and promotions on shopping, dining, lodging, wine tasting, parking, rental cars, and more. And as I previously mentioned, don't forget to turn into phase 2 as we continue our journey through Bodega Head. And then we're going to resume from Bodega Head back out to Highway 1 as we continue our journey, overall journey on Highway 1 northbound up to Mendocino. With that being the case, that's all for now, and have a nice day.